Minecraft has become one of the biggest games directed to children. There have been thousands of Minecrafters over the past decade, and the more so newer generation Minecraft creators blowing up. And with all these kids watching these creators and idolizing them, there have been many Minecraft creators who have used that power to do some pretty bad stuff. It's without a doubt that the Minecraft community has had a problem for the past decade for having the most pedophiles in, since after all it is a children's game, Jikishi being one of them. Jikishi used to be an upcoming Minecraft streamer who was starting to get more recognition by people on the platform, and had even been invited to the Dream SMP server, which at the time was the most popular Minecraft server on YouTube at the time. He was a rising Minecraft creator who had an almost perfect reputation until his old past was surfaced on the internet. He would be exposed for grooming several minors when he was about 20 years old, and this entire situation would have Jikishi canceled off the internet pretty much overnight. So for this video, we're going to be going through the Jikishi allegations, how he got notoriety by people on the platform, and what has happened since then, because this entire situation is pretty fucking wild. So subscribe, drop a like. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Jikishi, aka Demetrius, would begin his content journey by starting to live stream on Twitch, where he primarily streamed Minecraft, and in order to promote his content to more people, he would go on and make a little introduction video on Twitter, where he did a rundown of what you would be expecting from him and what he mainly liked to do.
Started off, here are a few things about myself. I'm a 22-year-old Minecraft and just chatting streamer, and I've been streaming for like 7 years. And my favorite part about streaming is the fact that I get to meet awesome people and make amazing friends.
After Jikishi posted this video, he was starting to get a bunch of support from different people, and many people often said how cute he looked and how super nice he seemed. A common trait is seen here with people who have always had a dirty secret. Once people began spreading Jikishi's name across Twitter and YouTube, this would then catch the attention of Dream, as one day when Jikishi was live streaming on Twitch, Dream would go on a rated live stream with all of his fans and would even donate him $2,000.
Yo, what the what? Welcome everybody, what the? Hello and welcome to the stream everybody, what? I'm trying not to cry. Thank you guys so much, you love my nails, thank you. Thank you for all the gifteds. Thank you for all the biddies.
And to make it even more ironic, a YouTuber by the name of Pocket, who had previously been friends with Jikishi, had made a little video called Dream Just Changed a Streamer's Life, in which he talked about how Jikishi was a really hard worker and how he deserved all the success that he was gaining.
And that person is Jikishi. So guys, Jikishi has 21.5k followers right now on Twitch. Let's go get him to 30,000 because he's trying to get that Hypixel rank, and he deserves it, man. This guy's been underrated for such a long time.
After Jikishi's stream got rated by Dream's fans, his Twitch began to start gaining hundreds of new followers, and his tweets on Twitter would start to average a few thousand likes, with all of the comments saying how he deserved his success and how he seemed like such a cool person. His Twitch would gain 27,000 followers, and he would gain 10,000 Twitter followers in just a couple days. To make things even more crazy, Dream would go on to invite Jikishi to the Dream SMP server, which at the time was one of the biggest Minecraft servers where all the big Minecraft creators were playing in, people like Tommy Innit, Bad Boy Halo, and George Not Found. And if Jikishi was to join this, then this would guarantee him to become one of the next big Minecraft creators of the decade. But like all of the comments in Pocket's video said, people have all said the same thing, this aged like milk, because just 2 days after he got invited to the Dream SMP server, his nasty past would be surfaced back up. On October 26, 2021, a tweet from a user by the name of Ren would go on to make a tweet called My Experience with Jikishi, just 48 hours after he was invited to the Dream SMP server. This person states when they were 13 years old, they had originally met Jikishi, and when they both met each other, they both became close friends. But then fast forward to about 2018 when they were about 14 years old and Jikishi was about 18, 19 years old, things quickly became sexual, and then when they were 15 years old and Jikishi was 20 years old, things quickly took a turn for the worse. He would frequently ask me for nudes, joke about us sending news to each other, and talk about my body and sex. When I was 14 and 15, Demetrius and I exchanged explicit pictures. He sent me a dick pic and asked for tit pics, to which I agreed, as well as him paying for me one instance. He was 19 or 20. If we would have met up that summer, I would have been 15 years old while he was 20 years old, alone in a hotel with a man who said that he would try to not make sexual advance on me. And this person would provide a bunch of screenshots to show that they were telling the truth. This post would gain over 55,000 likes. However, this wouldn't be the only victim in this situation. Another user by the name of Lindsay would go on to post a split longer going over their experience with Jikishi. I really felt that I could trust him. He always seemed like such a nice, innocent, and caring guy. Sure, he made sex jokes, some definitely inappropriate, some while I was underage, but I never thought that he had a capability to do something like this. But seeing what he did to these girls, to my friends, I no longer feel like he was a friend that I thought I knew. There was also another instance where I was talking about men being creepy, and he made a joke by saying, yeah, don't worry, I'll make sure to send nudes. This all happened around late 2020, and in retrospect, it is generally hard to understand if it was a joke or if he was just testing the waters with me. We did joke around often and had the relationship where we were joking the majority of the time, so I don't think of these sorts of comments as serious before. They're obviously nothing super serious, but looking back they did make me uncomfortable. And after this Twitter user came out with their experience with Jikishi, there would be another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, another, and then another one. Jikishi would have over 40 victims in this entire situation, and all of them having a similar story. They were all at young ages, Jikishi groomed them, sent explicit photos to them, and they all assumed that it was just a joke and it was fine. Another victim I want to talk about here is a creator by the name of J-Wist, which was actually someone I used to actually watch. He went over how he used to be one of Jikishi's roommates back then, and said how he and his girlfriend found out how much of a piece of shit he really was. The house itself was so traumatizing that I needed to change. The next few months were some of the hardest in my life. I never struggled with mental health ever in my life, but because of this monster, I had anxiety which ruined my life. Most powerful suicidal thoughts. There was a huge lack of content between November of 2021 and about May-June of 2022, and this is why. After Jikishi moved out, I have a blank in my memory lasting few weeks. I'll be honest, the entire situation was extremely traumatizing for me, and I think I tried to block it out as much as I could. This is the first time I have ever shared this story publicly. For weeks after the situation, I believe I did nothing but sit in my room for weeks, numb everything. On impulse, in the middle of November of 2021, I decided I need to do something. I was too depressed and broken. I packed what I could into my tiny car and made the drive all the way up to Las Vegas, Nevada. And Paga would go on and make a follow-up video on Jikishi, since after all he was the one who had hyped up Jikishi in the first place.
We never knew about this. We all never knew about this when he was in the Empire. Obviously, like, you know, Dream didn't know about this either. You can't blame him, but it's just disgusting. It's just terrible. And yeah, basically he groomed a bunch of minors. Once
these accusations came to light, Jikishi was immediately kicked from the Dream SMP server. Removed Demetrius from the Dream SMP for gross accusations that he confirmed privately were accurate. No questions, no toleration, disgusted and incredibly disappointed. We'll never let things like this stop me from trying to uplift members of the community and smaller content creators. It's part of what makes our community great, so stick together, be there for people who need it, and always be safe online. Love you. A majority of Jikishi's past videos and tweets have all been aged horribly, and he would not try to make an apology and would just go silent. He would delete all of his YouTube videos, his Twitch would get terminated, and even his merch store would get erased. As of today, there isn't much information of where Jikishi is, but Jikishi shows how your old past can haunt you. I mentioned this before, and I think even Sunny V2 mentioned this before. You always want to keep an eye out for those types of people who are overly too nice. Before these accusations spreaded, Jikishi made a bunch of overly nice tweets, trying to come off as someone who had good morals and try to seem like a nice guy who had an almost perfect reputation. I mean, he's even made tweets like, "So I had something brought to my attention that one of my new mods said something that wasn't okay. In any circumstance, they have been unmodded because that doesn't fly with me at all. This isn't the kind of stuff that I want in my chat, not from mods, not from anyone. Love you guys." For people asking for more context, there was something about self-harm and it wasn't okay, which is very ironic considering that he made some of his victims feel like that and have self-harm thoughts. It is sort of weird to think that a community full of young kids has some of the most creepiest adults in it, and who are the ones who are supposed to entertain these kids, as it is easy to take advantage of these young impressionable kids, which is really dangerous. But that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing and drop a like if you want to. Go follow my Twitter at Scorpion_1 and join the Discord link down in the description below. And I also want to say thanks for the recent support recently. We're so close to hitting 1.3 thousand subscribers, which is pretty crazy. I am trying to get one video out per week, but knowing me, that isn't a promise. But thanks for the support recently. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.